Oh no. I don't know. The remix! One of the remixes. There's been a few made during the day of Token Daily. We're going to play another one right now. That was Laser Smoke remix. We're going to listen to Dead Drops remix now. A little bit the same, kind of bit different. And then I'll get with y'all's after this one, because I got to reload the bowl, you know? A guy's got to have his priorities, right? So let me reload the bowl, and I'll chat with y'all's after this one. Hey, cheers, Lazy. Cheers, Mr. J. Haha. What up, Tom J. Leeds. What up, KTM? Howdy, Justin V. Ville 2. What up, KG? What else am I missing here? Oh, I think that's everybody. Oh, the Bongathon videos though, so good, right? So damn good. Y'all got your pipes, your bongs loaded. Y'all got your joints, your blunts rolled up, ready to fire? Let's do this. Oh, I have not had mushroom tea since that bongathon. And was that the 2011 bongathon? Or was that 2013? Bongathon that I had the mushroom tea. Oh, do I still play Overwatch? Fuck yeah, I play Overwatch. Fuck yes, I play Overwatch. I'm a 1,000 plus hour Zenyatta in Overwatch. And like a 500-ish hour Tracer. Zen and Tracer are my Overwatch loves. What up, Sloth Runner? That's sticky. Icky. Got some 9-pound hammer in my bowl right now. I love me some Zen. I really, really do. Ryan Anna, nice. As a Zen main, I appreciate the fuck out of both Ryan and Anna. Hey, cheers at you, silver. And wait, hold on. Did I leave my thermos out in my car? I think I might have. Overwatch 2. Fuck yeah, I can't wait for it to come up. I signed up for the beta playing. But not right away. So I might be in like the second or third wave of the beta players of Overwatch 2. Yes, indeed, I still live on the island of Maui. Hawaii is home to me, is home to my soul. Cheers, Jeff. But yeah, give me a quick minute here. I'm gonna run out to my car because I think apparently I left my thermos out in the car. I can't be having that now, so I'm gonna go grab that. I'm gonna probably come inside, fill it up with some water, and then I'll be back at you chatting after. Let's listen to the Laser Smoke one more time. The Laser Smoke remix one more time of the theme until I come back. I've only been to visit Oregon, like for like quick type visit. Hey, cheers, aloha at you, adoring fan. But yeah, I'll be back in a quick minute. Oh, and hold up. Let's be real here right now, Jeff. This isn't a new remix. This is still kind of old as fuck. This is like 3, 4, 5 maybe years old, this remix. I played it a few times. I played it initially when I first got it, way back in the day. I just I didn't play any of the remixes because there was at least one more that I can recall off the top of my head, if not like 2 or 3 more in total that got sent to me. I never really played all of them enough. Not even including the sequels, the remixes from the original creator himself. I put him in a few videos, right, Silver? But not enough. Not enough. I was just always too in love with the actual original. Well, not the first, but the quintessential theme song that everybody knows. The second theme song that I ever had. We're even in a... Well, no, we only got a minute left of the Laser Smoke remix. We're going to listen to the rest of this one. And then we'll go back to the original, the OG. So, y'all got about just over a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes, to prepare your next bowl, to prepare your next dab, your next hit, right? When I fire up the Token Daily intro, that's when I'll be taking a hit. Not like right when the music actually cues, but how it goes, pew, bam, bam, ba-dum, ba-dum, right at that, bam, bam, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. That's when I'll take my hit, right? Let's all of us take a hit right at that moment, if able, if possible. What up, San Antonio, Texas? Yeah, it's only 8:14 p.m. here. It's evening time here. But what up, Texas? Where's everybody else watching from? Oh, the handstand bong rip? That was at the Cannabis Cup in, when was that? 2014? Maybe 2013? Coral Reefer had come to town for that Cannabis Cup in particular. And she was having a little after party after the Cannabis Cup. She was like, hey, Paul, you should stop on by. So, had to stop by because it's fucking Coral Reefer, right? Stopped by, heard a little after party, and they were like, it was her and maybe 5 or 6 other peoples. They're like, we've basically all taken a handstand hit. You should do it too. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I'm down. Learned a quick thing about, handstands and beards and the practicality of taking a hit while the two exist together. But we made it work. Oh yeah, still big love for Coral. She's still killing it to this day. Her and her husband, loving life. They doing some live feeds. I think I've seen them on a almost weekly basis these past couple weeks. Maybe not. They've done a couple within the past month, at least. And Coral is just... she's real as fuck. She's down to earth. She's good people. So fuck yeah. What up, Montana? I grew up partially because my parents were divorced. So during the school years, I lived with my mother in North Dakota. And, North Dakota, Montana being neighbors. I've been to the state a few times, mostly just the eastern end of the state. But cheers, Montana. It's 4:16 p.m. in Australia. So we got 4 minutes to go until an Australian 420. Adoring fan, please, please, please. If you're still here in 4 minutes, when you are here, if you happen to be here at 4:20 your time, let me know. Also got Yeti Anonymous. Yeah, man, let me know. Please, please, please. Let me know for a Australian 420. That's when we'll do our 420 Token Daily intro hit. Yeah? It's always 420 somewhere. I mean, it has to be, given the whole globe and such. So we're all about to have a 420 Australian style So do it how you choose to do it. Maybe for me, that means turning my bowl upside down for having a down under hit. I like that idea. Random off the top of the head idea. It shall be done. We got 3 minutes to go. What up, Las Vegas? Mike Machioche? Machioche? I seem to recall your name. You've probably commented a couple times at least on some YouTube videos of mine in the past, perhaps. Your name seems vaguely familiar. What makes it Australian style? Well, down under. So that's what kind of comes to my head first and foremost when I think of Australia. But what if Australia brings anything at all to mind to you personally, go with it. Apply that to how you may take your next hit in 2 minutes. However it works for you, let's take us all an Australian hit. We got 2 minutes to go. In 2, 1, in 1 minute to go. 1 minute from now, we're going to take our Australian hit. Hey, cheers, Mike. I have a basic, rudimentary world understanding of languages. So when I see a name, I try to I mean, I guess the proper word is guess. It's etymology, and then just pronounce it accordingly. So if I see a name that looks Italian, in your case, I'll try to pronounce it in an Italian way. So we got about 10 seconds to go. Y'all ready? I'm taking a down under hit, just an upside down pipe hit in 2, 1, now. Cheers. Wait, hold on. Gotta play the theme song.
It's time for another motherfucking dose. Talking daily, got another fucking episode. He's high, spirit is fly. Cut me off a piece of that shish kebab pie. Yeah.
There we go. Cheers to y'alls. Oh, hold on. Oh, we got a K-pop song queued up. Do you like K-pop? Probably not. We're going to listen to a quick K-pop song here by Dream Character. It just came out yesterday, and it's at almost 3 million views because K-pop is extremely hyper popular. I be smoking on the 9-pound hammer in my bowl right now. Anyhow, this isn't even necessarily a band that I super love. I don't hate them. I'm just not a super fan. I'm not a stan of them. But it's new K-pop. It just came out yesterday, so we gotta listen to it. We gotta give it a view of a video. So that's what we're gonna do. Hawaii overall is actual literal paradise for a person like me to live in. It's a great place to visit for literally anybody. You have to be a certain type of a person to really appreciate living on an island in literally the middle of nowhere, though. But for me, it's amazing. Okay, so here we go. Number 14 on trending, even. And Justin, a great question. I will answer that after the video.
하고 싶은 대로 해 진심 비운 껍데기뿐인 거왜 눈질 끈 감어 기다리다가 딱 봐도 보이지 않는 미래 후회할 때는 이미 늦었단 걸 알아 너 변하기만 하면 다쳐 이상하게 닿지 이성의 법칙 마치 말라가는 네 양심과 똑같이
Okay, so I really like the rap verse in there. Even musically during the verse, how it's more subdued of instrumentals, it worked kind of perfectly for that. Adoring, that's another question I will get to after the rest of the song here. Same with you, Raymond. I'll talk about that after the video here. Auto-generated English translated lyrics though? No, I can't do that. That's just gets... no. I really don't hate that song at all. I quite like it, and I think that's actually a song that the more I listen to it, the more I kind of would quite like it. Okay, yeah, no, Dreamcatcher is definitely a band that's never really disappointed me. It's just, I don't know, for a variety of musical preference reasons, it never has been a band that's really enthralled me. It's really made me want to become like a super fan of them. Okay, anyways, so there was a couple questions that, again, I did promise that I would get to after the song here. The first, how's Hawaii? Flippin' awesome. Okay. After that, Sibient music. I've never heard of the term, but I can picture the vibe of that. I can appreciate that. I'm totally a K-pop stan. I'm absolutely 100% a girl group K-pop stan. Mamamoo is my bias. Mamamoo is my alt. Yeah? My biases include Yezi for that. For her range. She's a very fierce rapper, but she also has the range of a top tier vocalist at the same time. I love me some ITZY. I love me some Pixie, a very underrated band in my opinion. And those just round out my biases, to be honest, for any other K-pop peoples who may be happening to watch. What other questions was there? I live on the island of Maui. Have I ever had a bad encounter with someone not a fan of the smell? No. the opposite actually happened in a very amazing and great way. I talked about it in a Token Daily episode back when it happened, back when I was in Colorado, back in, what was that, like 2014-ish? I was at the Cherry Cricket restaurant. One of my habits, one of my edgy things I loved to do in the state of Colorado when weed was 100% fully legal for personal use, for recreational use, for medical use especially. I loved to have my travel jar on me, right? And I loved having it packed with something usually OG type, something stanky, something danky, something that I could, when having in my pocket, pop the top off of, just to let that smell, that dankness fill the room of whatever restaurant it was, whatever bar I was in at the time. Most of that time being the Cherry Cricket. So one day I was at the bar of the Cricket, right? And at just one of the booths, maybe 20 foot, maybe like 15 feet away, right? There was a group of fellers who walked in who looked like athletes. They were just that burly, that athletic type, all like mid-20s. So I figured they were probably, all teammates of some college sport. So I was sitting at the bar, sipping on one of my beers. Did I order the burger at that time? Who knows? Can't quite remember. But in my pocket, I popped open the lid of my Colorado travel jar, one of these pill cases, essentially, that you get from the dispensaries at the time. I just popped it open in my pocket, let it sit for a couple minutes, and minded my own business at that point with it open in my pocket. All of a sudden I get a tappy tap at my shoulder. I look over and it's one of the dudes, muscular as fuck, burly dude. He talks at me with a Australian accent. He says, I'm not gonna try to imitate the accent. He just says, "Hey bruv, that smells good as fuck. Is that some of the Colorado cannabis that I've heard about?" I looked over, I smiled at him, I was like, "Yes it is. You want a nug?" And I don't give him the chance to turn it down. Oh boy, I clicked a button on my mouse. I was already pouring out the contents of my travel jar into his hands. I'm just like, "Here you go, have what I got, it's yours. If you don't smoke it, I don't care. Just do what you want with it. If you want to throw it away, cool. If you want to do anything else with it, cool." He didn't say no. He took the weed and he was like, "Cheers, mate." And by the way, we're members of the one of the Australian. Oh, fuck, was it Australian or was it New Zealand? I think it was maybe one of the New Zealand rugby teams. I didn't want to focus too much on all of that. I didn't really care, but he was a member. He was like a professional rugby player, literal world-class professional level rugby player. It was him and his team that was chilling at the Cherry Cricket. I bet I could find the episode in my token dailies and I could pinpoint whether it was New Zealand or Australia, but I think it was a New Zealand team. But no, they were super cool. I went over, I was like, I just did a quick little introduction. It's like, hey, you know, cheers, everybody's. That was about it. There was like 4 people at that table. Yeah, because I went over, or the guy came over to me. I gave him the weed, and then I just went over. I think I was done eating, done drinking at that point. I was ready to leave, so I just signed out. And, you know, I just went over, it was like, gave them all a pat on the back. So like, hey, y'all's have a great time in Denver. And then I pieced the fuck out. But yeah, that's definitely a memory in terms of what I can remember of it now that I will always cherish. Because it was cool. It was the first time I ever had the opportunity to really respond to anybody who commented on the smell of the weed as I let it emanate into the room that I was in. Because it was some stanky OG. It was some good. So to be able to give that to members of a professional sports ball team, a professional rugby team from New Zealand, it was my honor to do so as a stoner. And yeah, I don't give a fuck if they would have thrown it out or not. Because literally I didn't give him a chance to turn it down. I was like, hey bro, fucking chairs. That's basically my response when he tapped me on the shoulder being like, that smells really good, he said. Is that what I think it is? And I was like, hey, fuck yeah, it is. You know what it is. Here you go, blah, blah, blah. And then, like I said, he was like, oh, right on. You know, he went back to his table. I went back to the table and just gave him kind of a pat on the back. Said, welcome to Denver. Cheers. Have a great time. And that was that. Good fucking vibes. I actually hadn't thought of that for a long time. But cheers. Ewan? Let me see here. Let me get back to my live chat. Click on this. Maybe click over here. We'll just click on here. Well, here he is, kind of drunk. Not quite as drunk anymore. Even where it really wasn't ever really that drunk. Just had a couple drinks after work. It was one of those kind of days. You know? Just had a couple drinks. Oh shit! Work. Hold on. Shh. I don't need to hear myself. Close that. Click. Got it. Okay. Why am I learning Korean? That was definitely a question that got asked, right? Well, K-pop is one of the reasons, because I came to appreciate the sound of the music of K-pop, and then in liking K-pop itself, Korean music, that gave me an inspiration to learn the language. Also, in addition, at the same time, even before even watching any K-pop videos, I was a huge Overwatch fan. Overwatch being a professional community that is especially dominated by Koreans. So being able to understand at least maybe perhaps little bits of the interviews and the live streams that Koreans involved with Overwatch would be doing, learning Korean would be beneficial in that. So that was also a thing. And then after starting to learn the language, I started watching Korean dramas even before Squid Game came out, which became super popular worldwide, right? But I learned that Korean dramas are just that lot of bit different and a lot of bit superior, dare I say, to typical Western, especially American dramas, television shows. Typical Korean dramas are 1 season long. That's it. They just exist to tell a story, beginning to end. Whereas American shows exist to go on indefinitely as long as they can, as long as they make money, you know? So you get that storyline with it, but oftentimes there's just so much filler story. There's so much pointlessness that exists just to take up time, just to sell the product. Where with Korean dramas, that's not what it's about. It's a story. Every scene is crucial to the overall story. The writing is more on point overall, because again, they don't have to make stupid filler scenes with shit. Everything that's said is said with a purpose. So, long-winded way to say that Korean dramas are something I've actually come to quite enjoy and appreciate the fuck out of. And it's also a further motivator to continue learning Korean. You know, I've never actually had a single minute, a single second of modern day virtual reality things and whatnots. I know about it. I'm aware of it. I've just never been exposed to it. And you know, Parasite is still a movie I haven't seen. Obviously, it's one that definitely became super huge. Like 2020-ish? Was it that it came out? Still haven't watched that. But there was a movie that I fell in love with, that I loved way, way, way back before I ever had an idea, a hunch, an impulse of learning the Korean language. Back when it came out in like 2009 or 2010, I was just in that time span all about watching the fuck out of movies, out of any movie that was available for me to watch. So at the time, that movie had come up as one to download. So I was like, all right, I'll give this a watch. Don't know anything about it. It was called what's the English name of it? God damn it. Castaway on the Moon. If you're able to find the movie Castaway on the Moon, very, very well worth watching, in my opinion, for just a story arc point of view. It's about loneliness, essentially, dealing with it, living with it, and then finding a compatible person that you're able to pull through that loneliness with. So, just because of that, when I watched that movie initially, when it had come out back in 2009, 2010-ish, I'm judging that based on when I remember watching it as to where I was living when I watched it. A good storyline. So that was a Korean movie though. And I watched the fuck out of some Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yeah, no, that was back in the 90s, the mid 90s, when I watched all that. Another absolutely favorite anime of mine from that time period, from the late-ish 90s, was one called... Fuck, what was it called now? Why can I not remember it? Just because my mind isn't exactly in a sober state of being right now. That's probably definitely it. It wasn't one that was super popular. It was almost on the tip of my tongue there. It's like just behind the tip of my tongue right now. Oh, there we go. Lane Serial. Experiments Lane. That was a good anime series that I liked back in my teenaged years back in the late 90s. Let's see what YouTube has to say about that. So it looks like you can even get the episodes on YouTube if you want to watch that. Explaining Irakura Lane? The trailer.
Hello, Navi.
Hello, Lane.
It was suicide. She jumped off a building last week. The teacher told everyone. But if she's
Dead? Then we shouldn't be getting any email from her.
Hello? How are you? I have only...
Lane will haunt the dark recesses of your unconscious for a long time to come. I mean, here I am talking about it like 30 years later. So I guess so. 25-ish years later. When was it that I watched this? Like 98, 99? When did it come out?
Let's all love Lane.
You know, Lane, in the real world, people are connected somehow. That's how societies are created. You can live and communicate in both worlds. There's nothing to be afraid of.
I'm not scared. Not really. We were partying, Lane, out at Siberia last night, where we saw a girl who looked exactly like you. But last night, I was... Who in the hell are you? I am me. I'm the only me, right? And there isn't any other me but me. Isn't that right?
It's just an advanced medium for communication. Don't ever get it confused with the real world.
You're wrong. The border between the two isn't so clear.
Okay. Anyways.
You don't have to remain a wretched human being forever. Mankind has finally created an exit.
But yeah, for whatever reason, when that series had come out, I had found it almost right away. And I just kind of liked it because it was weird. It was, 98. So that's when I found it. That's when I grew attached to it. Because as a teenager, it was just... It aligned with my own personal beliefs with everything. With a teenager who was drawn into cyber reality. But obviously this happens in an anime kind of style and way. Anyways, I do have to run to the bathroom right now, so I'll be back in a minute. Until then, let's go ahead and play the Dead Drop remix of the theme song. I'll be back here shortly.
It's time for another motherfucking dose. Talking daily, got
Okay. You just put a shoulder dancing. Man, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. But appreciate it. Mr. J, haha, headed off to bed. But yeah, cheers, everybody. To be honest, I'm probably not gonna stick around for too much longer here. Most money ever dropped on a piece, and what was it? Primus. Love me some Primus. To be honest, my favorite Primus song isn't even a Primus song, it's a Les Claypool solo song. My favorite Les Claypool song is Iowan Gal from his what was that album? Tales of Wales and Woe? Something along those lines? Let's look up Iowan Gal though. But that was just a fierce old song. Love me some Primus. But also love me some Iowan Gal. Les Claypool of Wales and Woe. Oh, it's a live version? Oh.
I told you. I know the motherfucker.
Fan cam here from a live show. Oh, whoops. Can't really hear it, so we'll just listen to the album version. I've got me an Iowan gal. I've got me an Iowan gal. I've got me an Iowan gal. I got me an Iowan gal. You should see my Iowan gal. Now I got me an Iowan gal. I got me an Iowan gal. You may try and wonder, but you never will, pal. My purebred corn-fed Iowan gal. Happy as a clam, pinch me and tell me how lucky I am. You may try and win her, but you never will, pal. My purebred corn-fed Iowan gal. And now the drums. Not yet, not yet. You should see my Iowan gal. Now the drums? Now the drums. I got me an Not the drums yet. Damn. Me an Iowan gal. She's got a round bottom and I like to spank it. Quilt me up a cashmere blanket. Pretty as a picture, happy as a clam. Pinch me and tell me how lucky I am. You may try and win her, but you never will, pal. She's my purebred corn-fed Iowan gal. Now the drums. It's a mean slap in there, though. I actually haven't listened to that song for years, but still love it. Love the actual fuck out of it. So thanks for reminding me of that. Hit the Mobius. The Mobius isn't exactly in the hittable state right now. It's been unused for a while, so I'd wash it out before I do use it again. But the Mobius is topped with the Bard Third Eye Bowl, both sealed off from the elements with a quick little paper towel. But yeah, still got it, but it's not currently in use. Oh, being that 420 is coming up, I'll probably have to maybe use that for 420 episode. We'll see. I haven't put a single actual thought into the 420 episode that should be coming out here soonly, in like what, a week now. So yeah, we'll see about that. I'll have to do it good. I'll have to do it proper. I got yous. But as for today, I think I'm gonna call it a stream. To be honest, I've been sitting here this whole time with a pizza that I came home with, just sitting right here next to me, ready to be flippin' demolished. My choice of toppings for pizza is usually very simple. I'm a pepperoni kind of person, so this is just a plain pepperoni pizza, but super good. The cafe at my work spot makes a proper fucking amazing pizza. So that's my dinner for tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat that now. But cheers, everybody. Thanks for stopping in today, and I'll be back with you again next time, whenever that may be. Cheers. Now we click a boop boop.